Alright, let's make this screen feel a lot less intimidating. Analytics has 3 layers. The filters at the top decide which data is included, the 8 cards summarize it, and daily time series shows the exact numbers by day. Always read it in that order. If the scope is wrong, every conclusion underneath it will be wrong too. Refresh reloads both the cards and the daily data, so that's the button we'll use after every filter change. First, choose the chatbot. All is useful for an account-wide operations view, but it combines every assistant you can access. That can hide a problem in one bot behind healthy traffic from another. For this walkthrough, I'm selecting Analytics Lab. It keeps our 2 visitor sessions, 5 questions, and 1 lead together in one clean example. In your own report, write down the selected chatbot so somebody else can reproduce the same view. Next, set from and to. Both dates are included. For a weekly review, compare complete Monday to Sunday windows. For a launch, use the same number of complete days before and after the change. I'll keep the complete 14-day range shown here, then click refresh. One easy mistake is comparing a full previous week with the first day or 2 of the current week. That usually creates a dramatic looking drop that is really just an incomplete period. Now, let's read the activity layer. Sessions counts distinct visitor chat sessions. User messages counts visitor turns, and assistant messages count the bot's replies. In our real run, 2 sessions produced 5 visitor messages and 5 assistant replies. A useful sense check is messages per session. 5 divided by 2 gives 2.5 visitor messages per session. That tells us the conversations had some depth, but it does not tell us whether visitors were happy. More messages can mean engagement, or it can mean confusion, so we'll inspect the conversations later. RAG Messages counts assistant replies that use relevant index knowledge. That is useful evidence that retrieval happened, but it is not a correctness score. The source might be outdated, conflicting, or misunderstood, so important answers still need a factual spot check. Unanswered counts questions collected as no information. In this example, we deliberately asked about a warranty policy that was not in the source, so the gap is honest and visible. A 0 here is only reassuring when question collection is enabled and real visitors are actually asking meaningful questions. The outcome cards are leads, bookings, and conversion. Leads are captured contact records. Bookings are confirmed appointments stored through a scheduling flow. They are separate outcomes, and bookings are not part of the conversion percentage shown here. WebChatAgent calculates conversion as leads divided by sessions. Our example has 1 lead from 2 sessions, so 1 divided by 2 times 100 equals 50%. Always show the counts beside the rate. 50% from 2 sessions is mathematically correct, but it is far less reliable than 50% from 2,000. The table is where I verify exact numbers. The newest day appears first and the icons match the cards above. Read 1 row across to see whether traffic, knowledge use, and outcomes moved on the same day. The daily rows should add up to the headline, totals for the selected range. That reconciliation is a quick way to catch a filter mistake before a number reaches a report. And remember, 1 spike is a reason to investigate, not enough evidence to declare a trend. Switch to chart when you want to see direction across several days. The lines make repeated rises, falls, and timing relationships much easier to notice than a table does. But charts can exaggerate small changes because of scale, and overlapping lines can hide values. Use the chart to form a question, then return to table before quoting a number. Keep the same chatbot and dates while switching. Otherwise, you are no longer looking at the same dataset. For a clean comparison, change only 1 dimension at a time. To test a content update, keep the chatbot fixed and compare 2 equal date windows. To compare assistants, keep the dates fixed and change only the chatbot. Write the hypothesis before you look at the result. For example, the new returns article should reduce unanswered without reducing sessions. Also note campaigns, model changes, and source re-indexing, because any of those could explain the movement. Finally, leave the aggregate view and inspect the records underneath it. Open conversations for session or message changes, questions for no information gaps, leads for captured contacts, and bookings for appointments. Read a representative sample, protect visitor privacy, and only then choose 1 reversible change. Maybe 1 source article needs a missing fact, 1 prompt rule needs clearer wording, or 1 form is too long. Measure again over a comparable complete window. That is how analytics becomes a decision tool instead of a wall of numbers.